looked at the weather last night. It was 37 degrees. It's chilly. Well, now it's 49, but it feels a lot colder. This is for Ox, but I might need one. Look, it's so squishy. Ironically enough, because it is a Squishmallow duck bed, but still, it's pretty nice. Chat, I'm like 95% sure that the weather knows. I've sworn myself to not complaining or asking for certain things, and it's just tempting and teasing me. And I know that next week, it's not gonna be like this. And I'm gonna be annoyed, slighted, disrespected. Well, we've made it to lunch. That's half the battle, boys. Half the battle. I also am ready to go home. If we're keeping it a bean, we're keeping it a buck, I'm ready to go home. I'm tired, I CP. I checked my watch and it said I got 97% of my, recommended sleep, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like I got that much sleep. But also, I'm not 100% sure my watch is accurate. As we've talked about in the past, maybe I'll do another review. I know I said I was going to do a X amount of time review later, and I haven't, so maybe I'll have to do one of those, but I don't exactly think that it's 100% accurate. Unless, of course, I'm wake sleeping. That sounds contradictory. But what I mean by that is that my body is showing all the signs of sleep without my brain actually sleeping. I don't know. The body's weird and the watch is weirder. But also, it doesn't track my heart rate correctly either, because there are certain times where it's yeah, your resting heart rate is 80. And then it's well, because you looked at it, your heart rate is now 130. And I'm well, somebody call an ambulance. Especially for me. I just want to go home. I just spent 10 minutes wandering around looking for you. I left you in the salon. I was really scared. Oh, another victory for the OGs. Taking down a walk day. Man, that was stressful. I thought my camera was gone. I did not think I was going to ever find you again. I was very worried. I checked all the places I thought I put it. I was getting ready to leave, getting ready to walk out the door. And I went back to my desk, camera's not there. I'm bro, what the hell? What is this? And I did a couple laps around the store, and I was we're trying to remember every shot that I'd gotten today. And I was the ducky bed, is it on top of the file cabinet? No, because I recorded a lunch segment afterwards. I remember I brought it up front and I didn't get any footage, but I checked all the places I normally put it up front. And it's a pro and a con of having a magnet on top of the camera, is because pro, it can go anywhere. Con, I can lose it anywhere. So, I was definitely checking all the nooks and crannies, and then I remembered that when I went to go back and close the salon, I smacked it on the filing cabinet because it's a magnet, and I could just go and leave it there. And wouldn't you know, in the shadows, there's a camera-looking bump. So I was able to grab it and get out of there. But I was very nervous. I thought we were cooked to the umpteenth degree. Anyway, we're going all relatively okay. It's weird. The entire day I was worried that we were going to be understaffed due to the new staffing. I keep talking about it, and I'm going to continue talking about it for at least the rest of the week, which is tomorrow. But I was definitely very concerned and very worried that I wasn't going to be able to get out or be able, we weren't going to have enough people. And lo and behold, today ran pretty smooth. Was it as perfect as days prior? I mean, it really is subjective. But all in all, I'd say it was a relatively decent day, and we really didn't hurt too much for people. Tomorrow, we're skeleton crewed, and that's kind of that's the new normal for Saturdays, which I'm kind of here or there on, On one hand, I get it, because it definitely seems on some days it's a struggle to kind of give people tasks. But on the other hand, having that buffer, having that kind of, we have enough people to get through the day is nice, but I understand. Anyway, I'll see you guys here for you guys, it's like a cut, and it's the next morning. For me, we have like 12 hours, maybe even 13. I don't know about you guys, but this whole going to work on Saturdays thing, especially in the morning, it's whack and very, very cringe. So today's unfortunate fact, not a fun fact, because it's unfortunate, is apparently, and some people I'm sure in the comments will be like, well, yeah, no shit. Well, sorry. It is not pronounced defibrillator. Apparently there's no U. It's defibrillator, defibrillator, defibrillator. I don't know. I'm pissed. I've said defibrillator probably for 20 years, and I'm only 26. Whatever. Work is slow. There's only 3 of us. We're skeleton crewed. We're making it work, though. We're having a good time. Eaties witties. Also, I had this fantastic, great idea for some Christmas stuff. You'll see that soon. Probably next week. I think. Maybe. I don't know, actually. That's always like the question when it comes to like releasing Christmassy things. Is it's like, when's the best time to start selling your Christmas stuff? Is it the day after Thanksgiving? Is it the week before Thanksgiving? If you ask Costco, it was September. But like for me, you know, it's hard to say. So I'm currently working out the details, trying to figure out when I'm going to sell my Christmas stuff. Or not necessarily sell anything, but have it available to purchase if you choose to do so. Oh man, it's chilly. It's 55, which does not feel like it at all. That wind chill is doing something. Maybe it's the moisture in the air. I don't know. But man, I'm just begging to go home. It has been, I was talking to Paquette about it earlier, it's been such a miserable week. Coming back from the sickness, being in like a severe sleep deficit, somehow, some way, even though I slept a lot. It's just, it's a struggle. And I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to kick my feet up, have a couple drinkies, eat some wings, watch some football, call it a week. You know what I'm saying? Another victory for the OGs. Another week in the books. Feels good. Feels good. I had maybe one of the top 5 craziest customer interactions I've ever had. Ever today. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but it was insane nonetheless. This lady came in and she had her dog and whatever, and she was kind of roaming around the store acting a little bit weird. But you know, we got weird customers. It's retail, baby. That's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And so we're watching and kind of waiting and like talking up front or whatever, and then she comes up front because the store was empty at this point. So whenever we have one customer in the store, we're kind of creepers and like watch them. Not like watch them, but kind of just like keep an eye on them so that way if they come up front, don't ignore them. You know, it's typical retail conduct. It sounds weird, but I'm saying it is what it is. Anyway though, she comes up front, has like $10 worth of items, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, I just want this. And I was like, okay, cool. Sounds good. You know, easy enough. Literally 2 things. And she makes this comment about, yeah, I won big at the card tables today. And I was like, oh, we have a gambler, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out at the bare minimum $2,000 in cash, cold, hard bills. And like as she's like thumbing through trying to find a small enough bill to pay for $10 worth of product, I slow turn and look at my coworkers like, what the hell? And their eyes, size of dinner plates. They're like, what is going on right now? And then she kind of giggles and she was like, sorry, I don't have anything small enough. And then hands me a $100 bill. And I was like, it's fine, we'll make it work. But I'm just like, damn. And then she talks about like gambling and yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, I told her, I was like, yeah, the most I've walked out with, not nearly that. Not a lot. Because I didn't want her to like think like I was watching her like money in like a weird kind of like, I'm gonna rob you kind of way. More so like a holy shit kind of way. And I was like, yeah, I don't typically win very big. And then she got this big smile. And she was like, I win from time to time. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. But that was wild. In terms of like wild customer interactions, it's obviously, maybe saying it's top 10 is, or top 5 is a bit of a reach, a stretch mayhaps, because we've had some crazy customers come in. But in terms of like a shocking, like, holy shit moment, because it's not like she looked like she couldn't have a bunch of money. It just was like the casualness in which she just pulls out money and is just thumbing through. And I'm like, bro, what? I'm getting flexed on. What is happening? I'm not even supposed to be up here. But aside from that, though, today was pretty normal, pretty chill. Nothing too crazy, really. Real quiet day, just the three of us. You know, make it work, make it do. But, yeah. I don't know. I gotta finish the 24-hour stream vlog at some point in the next couple of days. But I think for the rest of the night, we're probably gonna go home, kick our feet up, watch a little college football, and then go sleepy bears, just so we can watch some more NFL football tomorrow. I don't know what plans McKenna has this week, and she's still recovering from being sick, so I'm hoping not a lot. Anyway, though, if you like the vlog, leave a like on the vlog. If you're new, subscribe if you want to, of course. And share with somebody that might enjoy my mundane 9-to-5 lifestyle.